point of view?
Universe.
Universe. So what?
So for me, it's so difficult to understand. So I think I do what I do when I.
What is it?
This is a climbing. Because
Okay.
Forms,
Do you believe this someone made it? Do you believe that?
my religion is the sport.
No, good. Do you believe someone created this? Someone made it in a company? A company or a machine made this, right? Do you believe that? Okay. You believe this bag has been created by someone, right? A company or some machine, right? So, what about yourself? Do you believe your body is more complex than this bag? Do you agree?
I think is nature universe and nature is
Does the universe, does the nature has
some energy, but it's so difficult to understand.
okay.
But has it come from randomness?
So, nature cannot create something. Nature itself cannot create something. The question is why? Because nature doesn't have the consciousness. Because if you don't have the consciousness, can you create something? You cannot. So the only sound reasoning is this. There's the someone. If you look at your eyes. Why your eyes is there? Why not in backside? Think about it. If your eyes is in backside, in here, if your nose in leg, and if your mouth is here, what will happen? You need to see the food like this, there. You need to take the food on the leg to smell whether food is good or not. Then you need to take it on the mouth. Why it is so designed? It has a designer.
Has a purpose.
Do you understand?
Mysterious is
What?
a mystery.
Mr. What?
The mystery.
Mystery.
No, mystery, you cannot explain the mystery because if you said the accident, then we should see someone who has nose in their hand by accident.
I prefer nothing believe than believe in a false.
False God. Okay, so we are not talking about false God, we are talking about true God. One true God.
There are 1,000 gods.
No, we don't believe in 1,000
We don't believe in
gods.
1,000 God.
We believe one God. For example, it is impossible to have two true gods. Do you understand? For example, listen. If I say there is 3 camera, yeah, there, and if he says there is no camera, can we be both right at the same time? No, we cannot, because if I am right, he is wrong. Because he said there is no camera. Listen. He says there is no camera. And if I am wrong, meaning there is no camera, then he is right. So both cannot be right at the same time, because which is contradictory statement. Do you understand now? So if you say thousands God and I am saying one God is right, thousands God cannot be right.
Everyone say, I mean.
Are you saying everyone says everyone makes a claim that their God is?
Every religion members religion.
Okay,
say,
religion.
I have the truth. I have the truth.
Excellent question.
Okay,
Good. I understand now. So you are saying everyone claims to be true. How do I understand who is true? Right? Which one is correct? That's your question, I think.
Everyone has their argument.
Okay, so
We got to see,
then,
brother, which argument is the truth?
okay, do you
Which
understand?
argument makes sense?
Which argument makes sense? Which argument goes with your sound reasoning, with your intellect? First of all, if you see Judaism, yes? Go to the Judaism, that's what Judaism believe. Judaism believe in one God, they believe in one God, Jewish people, yeah? They believe in one God, then they are rejecting Jesus and the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, yeah? They reject two greatest prophet in the human history and accepting one God which is right. But at the same time, they are believing in a book which was Old Testament, and we don't know who wrote the Old Testament. Are you with me? Do you understand? So if you don't know who wrote this book, can you believe in this? No, you can't. Do you understand? For example, you're a student of medical science, yeah? You want to do the surgery. You have a patient, you want to do the surgery. I am giving a book to how to do the surgery, but I am saying I don't know the writer. This writer is not a doctor. This writer is not something. So can you read the book and do the surgery? No, because if you do the surgery from some unqualified, if you learn the surgery from unqualified books, then you will kill your patient. Do you understand? Because
I'm not very good in English, so
Don't worry.
just the half.
okay, so you need to be take from the people who is qualified in medicine to understand the medicine, right? Because if you don't know the people who write the book, then there is probability that they will do the mistake and you will understand the mistake. Correct? Going back to the Old Testament, we don't know who wrote the Old Testament. So if we don't know who wrote the Old Testament, can I believe on it? No. So we don't know. Nobody knows who wrote the Old Testament. You see, then I cannot believe in it. According to the Old Testament, after creating this universe, heaven and the earth, God take rest. Do you think God get tired?
God
No.
sleeps. Does God sleep?
God doesn't need to sleep. Yeah, God is not like you and me. God is above the creation, beyond the creation. Do you understand? So Old Testament is saying there's the God took sleep. Sorry, God was resting. God took rest. Yeah. So in Genesis it says God was taking rest. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't goes with the God. Do you understand? So Judaism is finished.
We see if God exists when I will die.
What?
I will see if God exists is when I will die.
But brother, it might be too late.
Wait. So if God exists, where you will die? That's the question.
Yeah, I will see when I will die. So I don't think ask myself as a question.
Good. So if you die, then you see, and then you believe, it doesn't make any sense. You'll go to the eternal hellfire because you didn't believe the God when you need to believe. You are in this earth. When you are in the earth, yeah, when you are in your life, in human life, in the earth, then you should acknowledge the God. Because think about it. If I give you £1 million, can you give me 2 eyes? Can you give me your 2 eyes if I give you £1 million? No, why not?
Because it's earth.
This is very more. But you should give it because you didn't buy it. You were gifted. It was gifted to you. You didn't buy it. Your parent didn't buy it. You understand? Who gave it? The Creator, the one who created you. Who gave you the oxygen? Think about it. If you don't have oxygen, you will die. Did you buy the oxygen? No. You are getting oxygen automatically from the nature. Who gave the oxygen? The Creator, the one. Who gave you the food? Think about it. If God stopped raining, can you get the vegetable? Can you get any fish? Can you get any meat? No. If you can't get vegetable, animal cannot take the grass. If there is no raining, there is no grass, there is no animal, there is no food, there is no vegetable, nothing, you will die.
I think everybody will go to the hell because nobody is perfect.
No, it's not the perfection. It's the rejection, not the perfection. When you reject the Creator, then you will go to the hellfire. If you accept the Creator but you are not perfect, you cannot be perfect. I agree with you. So we, as a human being, accept the prophets, we cannot be perfect. We are making mistakes as a human being. We are supposed to make mistake. We are perfectly make mistake as non-perfect. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is this: we cannot be perfect, but we can acknowledge the Creator who created us.
And try our best.
Try our best to
obey Him.
Accept the Creator. Try our best to obey the rules and regulation of the Creator. Does it make sense?
I think if there are God, he would show if you do that is good and if you do that is wrong.
Sorry, come again? He would show what?
I think if
There is a God, He'll show Himself.
Yeah.
Though He's
The action. For example, if I do the party and I don't sleep, I will be sick and very bad. And this is a message. You do the wrong way.
So you are saying that if God exists, if there is a God, He should give the guidance.
You know, God exists by the intermediary of the action.
I don't understand. Sorry for.
How do you say? For example, all action and think are consequences.
Of what?
of what we do and what we think consequences.
Okay, I understand. You are saying that we have the sound reasoning and the consequence. What we do, we'll have the consequence.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so God exists. He will show message, bad consequence and good consequence.
Yes.
The wrong and the good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the Quran. You know, God will send the guidance, and the guidance is the Quran. God sent the books to the Prophet for what?
I don't do the ritual of religion.
Which one?
I don't do the ritual like the Ramadan.
Ramadan?
I don't do. You know what is Ramadan?
Sorry, come again?
Ramadan.
Ramadan.
When you don't eat.
Fasting. Okay. So then you agreed there is a God. Yeah, you agreed on this. A God, one God, right? You agreed.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So the point is here: if there is no God who created everything, can you create yourself? Did you create yourself? No, you didn't. Did your mother create yourself? No. Who created your mother? Who created this universe? One God. Do you understand now? I want to be simple with you. Do you understand now? There has to be one creator. Brother, think about it. If I say this watch comes from nothing, you will not believe me. You will say some company made it, right? Someone made it, this watch.
You know, native American people, Indian, never talk about the God and always live very well.
But the thing is, this is the materialistic thing is very different than the belief in God. You see? So, as the same example, I can give the Dubai is a Muslim country, and they are growing as well. Then I can say Qatar as well. Qatar, Dubai, they believe in God. They are Muslim and they are developed as well.
And they're more richer than America.
Do you understand? Then they're more peaceful than Americans.
I think
So it doesn't make any sense. There's they are doing development by not believing God. It's not like this. It's the opposite.
I think the best way I will take is to do good action.
How do you define God? Good. How do you define good? How do you understand good?
I think God will pardon me if I don't believe it, but I'm acting good
How do you know that?
No. How do you know? How do you know what is good and what is bad?
with consequences.
No, you don't have. You can be biased. You can be mistake, right? You can do the mistake, but from your consequence. But if you have the guidance, if God said you, okay, don't murder. If God say don't do alcohol, don't take alcohol. If God say don't do adultery. If God say don't kill people. If God say don't tell lie, then you understand lying is bad, killing people is bad. Going for gambling is bad, all the things is bad because God said it. You understand now? Because you need a standard morality from where you can understand what God says and what God didn't say.
Why is a terrorist killing people?
Who?
In France, terrorists kill people.
Who kill people?
Terrorists.
Terrorist. Yeah, terrorist.
Radical terrorist religion.
Sorry?
Radical terrorist.
Terrorist doesn't have the religion. In every religion, there are some people who are extremists, like in New Zealand. Did you remember the Christchurch? Yeah, Christchurch Mosque. They killed the numbers of Muslims, hundreds of Muslims by a Christian. So should I call all the Christians are terrorists? No, terrorists they don't have that religion. Their religion is terrorism. Do you understand? They are extremists. They are not a part of religion.
I don't want to take part. I don't want to be in a case.
Come again?
You want to be in a cage.
No, yes, I don't want to.
You want absolute freedom.
I don't want to be submissive to rules.
You want freedom.
Wait, no. Rules of. Do you think you are not following any rules now?
But I prefer follow good rules. Good rules.
No. You said you don't want to submit any rules. Do you believe you don't submit any rules now?
You are following rules.
You are following rules of the country. You are following rules of the society. You are following rules.
But no rules. Religion like tradition religion Ramadan, tradition eating.
Okay. I understand it. So the first of all, if you say you are not believing any rules,
With these people.
who is this? Bro, what happened?
Brother, have some adab. That's not right, man.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong, brother? What? What's wrong with you? Are you mocking him or what? Are you mocking him?
Are you mocking him?
We're having a discussion. It's not good, bro. It's not good. You're all laughing.
Brother, we're trying to give dawah. Come on. Yeah, dawah tawheed, of course.
It's not good.
To discuss it.
No, don't worry, no.
Yeah, no. Sorry. On behalf of them, these boys doesn't have adab. Allahu Akbar.
A lot of strange people here.
Yeah. Very strange people. Yeah, very strange people, bro. Come on. So, anyways, so our discussion was.
We stay with open with religion.
Okay, excellent. So if you are open with religion, what I'm saying is this: two religion cannot be true. Do you understand? One religion has to be true. Because if I say there is a bottle and you are saying there is no bottle, both cannot be true at the same time because there is two contradictory statement. If I say if I say you have 3 hands and you are saying you have 2 hands, who is right? You are right? You have 2 hands. You don't have 3 hands. I am wrong. If someone say, okay, you are right and you are right, both of them doesn't make sense. So why I'm saying we believe in one God, one true God. He created everything. He created you, He created me, He created him, He created everything, whatever we can see, we can't see. And this God sent the guidance, which is Quran. And if you follow the guidance of the Creator, we will get the eternal freedom, the freedom you want. Eternal freedom, whatever you want, you can do. In the hereafter, in paradise. If you follow the guidance of the Creator, if you accept one true Creator, if you accept Allah, and if you follow the guidance of the Allah, then you will get the ultimate freedom. This world, you can't get freedom because you have the social construction, you have the social law, you have all the laws.
God will be a psychopath. Always be judged, and you go to hell, go to paradise.
Brother, God judges justly. God is
It's
the
not
ultimate
that
judge.
injustice. God is not injustice.
On this world, there is no ultimate justice. Understand, my brother? You know what I mean? We have murderers and rapists that get away with things. Yeah, you know, politicians that get away with things. In this world, there is no such thing as ultimate justice. Ultimate justice is in the hereafter, my brother. You know what I mean?
Understand. Anyways, do you read? You need French Quran, right? You can read the French Quran. You're from France, right? Where are you from? France.
Yeah.
Good. So you can read French Quran in your language. You can read it, right?
But I prefer read more intellectual, more philosophy.
So are you saying the Quran is not the intellectual
But
description? Quran is not an intellectual book?
God is not a white religion book. It is human are white.
No, human didn't read. Human didn't read the Quran. Bible was written by the human being. Bible was written by the John, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Quran was not. Quran came from the Creator, one true Creator. Quran is the word of the God. Do you understand? Quran is not something fiction. Someone wrote it. No. Quran is the word of God. Quran is Allah, the Creators. He gave the guidance through the Quran to the human being in the Quran. This is the word of God. It's not written by the human being. Don't be mistaken. Bible was written by human being. Mark written, Matthew wrote it, Luke wrote it. We don't know who Mark, Matthew, Luke and John. We don't know them, by the way. So people wrote it. But the Quran, no. It's not written by the people.
I think every religion have to respect each